Okay, so this happened a couple of years ago. I was in high school at the time, and my mom had just got into an argument with me about some random things, and she left me all alone to go do something else. She took my phone because I wasn't allowed on it yet, because I didn't have good grades or anything like that. So while she was gone, what did I decide to do? I hopped onto her iMac that we shared between each other and pretended to be her for a little bit. It looked like she was texting her friends, but it was actually me. And then when she came back from wherever she went, she saw that there were messages on her computer screen from people who weren't me. So what does she do? She confronts me. She starts screaming at me, saying how this is not okay. You can't text your friend without asking first. Like you need permission? This isn't right. What are you doing? Why would you even think this is okay? How could you do this? Like, you know better than this. And I was like, oh yeah, sorry. Like I thought it was fine. But no, apparently it wasn't. Apparently I needed to ask before I used her computer, or whatever. And I said, well, if you want me to use your computer next time, then maybe don't take away my phone, so I can talk to them through text instead. Because if I couldn't text them, how am I supposed to communicate with them? And she goes, well, you shouldn't be talking to them. They're bad influences. They're toxic. Don't ever hang out with them again. We'll see about that. Anyway, after she told me off, she leaves me alone once more to go do something else somewhere else. While she was gone, I decided to get revenge by going on her Facebook and posting stuff about her. Now, why did I choose Facebook? Well, because I knew she wouldn't check it often, since she doesn't really care much about social media. So I posted a bunch of stuff on her page, saying how she's a terrible mother, a horrible person, all these different types of things. Then I logged out of her account and waited until she got home. When she finally gets home, she comes up to me and says, hey, can you log me out of Facebook? I forgot to do it earlier today. And I say, sure, no problem. And as soon as she handed me the mouse, I quickly closed out of the browser tab where she was on her Facebook. And she looks down at the mouse as if she noticed something weird. She asks me, where did you close out of? Where did you click? What did you do? And I tell her nothing. I literally just clicked on another website. That's all I did. And she's like, okay, but you closed out of something. I swear I saw you closing out of something. No, I promise you, I didn't. There's nothing here. There's nothing open. Everything is closed. I promise you, I didn't close anything. Oh, okay, well, thank you. And she walks away. A few days later, my dad calls us both downstairs to his office room, and he tells us that our neighbor called him and asked him if everything was all right. With our family situation, my dad was confused too. He has no idea what they're talking about either. The neighbor explained to him that one of their kids found my mom's Facebook profile and started reading through her posts and realized that she was having problems with someone in her life. So they wanted to make sure everything was still okay over here. Dad explains to the neighbor that everything is perfectly fine and that my mom is just upset over some minor disagreements with me. After hanging up the call, Dad turns around to look at me and says, is everything okay with you two? Are you guys fighting about something? Is there something wrong? I respond, nope, absolutely not. Everything is completely fine. Mom is just being dramatic. She's just trying to start drama for no reason. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. Dad nods and says, okay, sounds good. Just making sure everything is okay. He gives me a hug and sends me upstairs. Later that night, my mom comes up to me and says, are you sure everything is okay? Our neighbors called Dad today, asking if everything was all right. And I say, yep, everything is totally fine. They must have been bored or something. Who knows? Anyway, Mom nods and says, okay, just checking, since you seem distant lately. And I reply, yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry. She gives me a hug and walks away. She never found out what I did because her friends ghosted her after that. And honestly, I feel kind of bad now.